Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going deep on something that's probably on a lot of your minds as Florida homeowners.
Home improvement.
Exactly. And specifically, those big ticket items like,
Roofs and windows.
yeah, those are the ones that can really hit the wallet hard.
They sure can.
But luckily, we've got some great resources to help us unpack all the grants and programs and resources out there specifically for Florida.
That's right. And we're diving deep into two fantastic articles from my financial programs.
Yeah, they're packed with information, and I think you'll be surprised by some of the stats about how many Florida homeowners actually delay those repairs.
Yeah, a lot of people think home improvement is just about aesthetics, but here in Florida, it's really about so much more.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, our climate is pretty unforgiving.
Yeah.
Intense sun, crazy humidity.
And don't forget those hurricanes.
Oh, yeah, those are always lurking around the corner.
Always. It's like Mother Nature is constantly throwing a party on your roof.
And not the fun kind of party either.
Not at all. And all that can really take a toll on your home, especially those roofs and windows.
It really does.
Think about it. Asphalt shingles in other states, they can last 20 to 30 years, right?
Right.
But here in Florida,
10 to 20 tops.
oh yeah, it's a whole different ball game.
It really is.
And so it's no wonder that those roof repairs and those window replacements can get so expensive. And I'm guessing that's why you requested this deep dive, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are in the same boat.
Yeah, my financial programs actually did a survey. And it turns out over 41% of Florida homeowners are planning to replace their windows in the next 3 years.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is. But here's the thing. 27% actually need to replace them now,
Oh, wow.
but they're putting it off.
And I bet the main reason is...
Cost.
Yep,
You got it. And that's where these programs we mentioned come in.
that's right.
There's actually a lot of help out there if you know where to look.
Absolutely. You just got to know where to find it.
Exactly. So let's start with one that can help you tackle both roof and window upgrades.
Okay, what's that?
It's called the Florida PACE program.
The Florida PACE program. Okay, I've heard of PACE, but...
Yeah, break it down for me.
Okay, so PACE stands for Property Assessed Clean Energy.
Okay.
And it's basically a way to finance energy-efficient improvements, which includes those new roofs and windows.
Okay, so instead of getting a separate loan, it's kind of like an add-on to your property taxes.
Exactly. And they have fixed interest rates, usually between 6 and 12.99%.
Oh, okay.
And there's no minimum credit score required.
Really?
And you can get pre-approved right away.
Wow. That's amazing.
It is. And it's available all over Florida.
So it sounds like PACE is pretty amazing, but I'm guessing there's got to be a catch, right?
Well, it's important to understand the whole process. There are 8 steps involved,
Oh,
starting with getting pre-approved, then picking your contractor.
okay.
You got to figure out your costs, of course, and then you actually get approved by the program and set up your repayment terms.
Okay, so 8 steps. It does sound like a bit of a process.
It is, but the good thing is once you're approved, those renovations can begin,
Okay.
and then there's a third party that comes in and verifies all the work is done right.
Makes sense.
And then finally, you start making your repayments through those property taxes.
Okay, so it's definitely a commitment, but it could be a really good option for some folks out there.
Could be, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, let's say I'm not sure if I qualify for PACE, or maybe I'm looking for something more like a grant.
Mhm.
What else is out there?
Well, there's the Florida SHIP program.
The Florida SHIP program.
Yep.
What does SHIP stand for?
It stands for the State Housing Initiatives Partnership Program,
Okay.
and it's designed to help low to moderate income families.
So this one is specifically for people who might need a little extra help making those upgrades.
You got it.
Awesome.
They actually fund local organizations that provide the assistance for those home improvements, including roof and window replacement.
Ah, so it's not like I apply to the state directly.
Right.
I have to go through one of these local organizations.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to do your research and find the organizations in your area that are participating in SHIP.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because eligibility really can vary depending on where you live and which organization you're working with.
Okay, so we've got PACE for financing, SHIPper for folks who might need some financial assistance.
Right.
What about those of us who are constantly worried about hurricane season?
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Are there any programs that can help with hurricane protection?
Absolutely. There's the My Safe Florida Home program, and it's all about peace of mind when it comes to those storms.
Okay.
They actually offer a free wind hardening inspection to see how vulnerable your house is to those hurricane force winds.
Wait, a free inspection.
A free
So
inspection.
somebody comes to my house and tells me how hurricane proof it is or isn't.
You got it. They assess your roof, your windows, your doors, the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
And based on that inspection, you can actually apply for up to $10,000 in assistance to make those crucial wind hardening upgrades.
$10,000. That's incredible. What kind of upgrades are we talking about?
Well, they can help with things like roof hardening, upgrading your roof covering, even installing those impact-resistant windows and doors.
Oh, that's a game changer. That's amazing for anyone living in a hurricane-prone area.
It
But
is.
didn't this program get paused at some point?
It did.
Yeah.
But the good news is it's back on track and it's got a big budget boost for 2024-2025.
Really?
Yeah, they've got $200 million allocated, which means they can help around 20,000 homeowners fortify their homes.
That's amazing. Okay, so we've covered PACE for financing, SHIP for low to moderate income folks,
Yeah.
My Safe Florida Home for hurricane protection.
Yep.
What about energy efficiency?
Energy efficiency.
Are there any programs that can help me lower those energy bills and maybe, do something good for the environment at the same time?
There are a couple more worth looking into. There's the Weatherization Assistance Program.
Okay, WAP.
Okay, and what's the deal with that one?
WAP is a federally funded program that specifically targets low-income families. Okay.
And it's all about making those homes more energy efficient, and that can involve a whole range of improvements.
So it's not just limited to roofs and windows.
Nope, it's a lot more than that. They can definitely help with roof repair and window upgrades,
Uh-huh.
but they also do things like insulation, ventilation improvements. They even help with upgrading your heating and cooling systems.
Oh, wow. So it's a pretty comprehensive program.
It is, and they're making a real difference here in Florida. They spend an average of $8,990 per home.
Wow.
And they've already helped over 6,800 homes with a budget of $78 million.
That's incredible. So if someone is struggling to pay their energy bills and needs to make their home more energy efficient, WAP could be a lifesaver.
Absolutely. And here's another important point. WAP is managed by over 40 local community action agencies throughout Florida.
So again, it's not like I go directly to the federal government. I
Right.
need to find my local agency.
Yep, it's always about those local connections.
Okay, got it. That's WAP.
Uh-huh.
Now, what about, you mentioned another one,
Oh, yeah. LIHEAP.
LIHEAP. Okay, how does that one work?
LIHEAP, which stands for the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program.
Oh, okay.
It's similar to WAP in that it's focused on helping low-income households.
Okay.
But LIHEAP's main goal is to help with those energy bills directly.
Okay, so if you're struggling to pay your heating bill in the winter or your cooling costs in the summer,
Right.
LIHEAP might be able to help.
Exactly. Now, they don't always cover window replacements,
Okay.
but they might be able to provide some assistance if it's considered crucial for improving energy efficiency and reducing those energy bills.
It's worth checking with them to see what they offer.
Absolutely. And just like WAP, it's managed by those local community action agencies.
Okay, so it seems like a lot of these programs really operate at the local level.
You're right, and that brings us to another important point. Many cities and counties in Florida have their own home improvement programs.
Really?
Yeah. Some of them might even focus specifically on roof and window replacement.
Oh, wow. So it's worth doing some research at the city or county level as well.
Absolutely. Your local housing or community development department is a great place to start.
Okay.
They can tell you what programs are available and help you figure out how to apply.
Okay, so let me get this straight. We've got PACE, SHIP, My Safe Florida Home, WAPI, LIHEAP, and even some local city and county programs, all potentially offering assistance with roof and window replacement.
That's a lot.
It is. Is there anything for folks living out in the country? What about rural homeowners?
Great question. The USDA actually has a program specifically for rural residents.
Okay.
And it's pretty awesome. They offer both loans and grants for home repair and modernization, including roof and window replacement.
Because even if you're not in a big city or a suburb, there's still help available.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And they're pretty generous with the assistance they provide. We're talking loans up to $40,000,
Wow.
grants up to $10,000.
Okay.
And you can even combine a loan and a grant if you qualify.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're really trying to make sure everyone has access to these resources no matter where they live.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so we've got programs based on income, location, even specific needs like hurricane protection.
Right.
Are there any other ways for Florida homeowners to save money on these upgrades?
You bet. Don't forget about tax incentives.
Oh, the tax incentives, yeah.
Both the federal government and the state of Florida have some pretty sweet deals when it comes to energy-efficient home improvements.
Okay, break it down for me. What kind of tax savings are we talking about?
At the federal level, there's the Inflation Reduction Act,
Okay.
and this gives you a 30% tax credit on costs for qualifying energy-efficient upgrades. And this includes stuff like roof and window replacement, too.
So wait, you can actually get money back on your taxes just for making these improvements?
Up to a certain amount, yeah.
Okay.
For windows and skylights, the maximum credit is $600.
Okay.
For exterior doors, it's $500
Okay.
or $250 per door. Plus, there are credits for other upgrades like heat pumps, air conditioners, insulation,
Oh, wow.
even energy audits.
Okay, so that's the federal government. What about Florida itself? Are there any state-level tax incentives?
Florida offers a really great sales tax exemption on impact-resistant windows, doors, and garage doors.
Wait, so you're telling me I don't have to pay sales tax on those items?
That's right. And since Florida has a 6% sales tax, those savings can really add up, especially for those big ticket items like impact-resistant windows.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, if you're concerned about hurricanes, this is a huge benefit.
Okay, I have to admit, this is a lot to take in.
It is a lot, yeah.
We went from talking about Florida's crazy weather and the need for roof and window replacements to this whole list of programs and tax incentives.
It's a lot to keep track of.
It is. It's pretty incredible how much support is out there if you know where to look.
It really is. People are often surprised
Yeah.
when they find out how much is available.
I'm feeling a lot more empowered after this first part of our deep dive. We've uncovered so much information, and hopefully you are feeling the same way.
I hope so.
Now, I know we've covered a lot, but this is really just a starting point.
Yeah, we've just scratched the surface.
Exactly. So we really encourage you to take some time to read those My Financial Programs articles. They've got all the details on these programs, plus links to resources and contact information.
All laid out for you there.
So grab those articles and a pen and paper, or maybe a laptop, and let's start digging deeper. But first, I want to hear what stood out to you.
Yeah, what piqued your interest? What questions are popping into your head right now?
Don't be shy. Share your thoughts with us.
We're here to help you figure this all out.
Exactly. We'll be back in just a bit to continue our deep dive into Florida home improvement assistance.
See you soon.
All right, we're back, and I know we just threw a lot of information at you.
Yeah, a lot about home improvement programs in Florida.
But don't worry, before you run for the hills.
It can be overwhelming, I know.
Remember those My Financial Programs articles we mentioned?
Okay.
They do a really great job of breaking it all down,
Step by step.
step by step.
So you can really figure out which program is right for you.
Exactly. But even with all these options,
Huh.
there's one thing we haven't really talked about yet
Hmm.
that can make a big difference.
Okay, what's that?
Your local resources.
Oh, right. Local resources and utilities?
And utilities.
Yes. They can be gold mines
They can.
of information and support.
For sure. A lot of utility companies here in Florida offer rebates and incentives
Mm-hmm.
for making energy-efficient upgrades like new windows or better insulation.
Right, because they don't want us cranking up the AC all day.
Exactly.
And it saves them money in the long run, so they're often willing to partner with homeowners.
To make those upgrades more affordable.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
It is.
Yeah,
We save money on our energy bills, and they get a little help managing the grid.
that's right.
So now let's take a step back and think about what we've learned so far.
Okay.
Florida's climate, it's tough on our homes, especially those roofs and windows.
It is.
But thankfully, there's this whole network of support out there.
There is.
We've got financing options like PACE,
Right.
assistance programs for different income levels like SHIP,
Mm-hmm.
specialized programs like My Safe Florida Home for hurricane protection,
Right.
and we can't forget those tax benefits.
Oh, yeah. Tax benefit.
Both the federal and state governments offer credits and exemptions
Yeah.
that can really take a big chunk out of the cost of these upgrades.
It's true.
Honestly, I'm really impressed with how much thought has gone into creating this support system.
Yeah. It is encouraging, isn't it?
It is. It seems like they're not just throwing money at the problem.
Right.
They've created these programs for different income levels, locations, and even specific needs like hurricane protection.
Absolutely.
So with all these options swirling around in our heads now,
Uh-huh.
which programs are resonating with you the most?
Yeah, what's grabbing your attention?
Are you drawn to the financing aspect of PACE?
Right.
Or do those grant-based programs like SHIP or WAP-P seem more appealing?
Or maybe you're thinking, forget the energy bills, I just want to make sure my house can withstand a hurricane.
Right.
And My Safe Florida Home is calling your name.
Yeah, it's really about figuring out what fits your unique situation and priorities.
Exactly. There's no right or wrong answer here.
Nope.
It's just about finding what works for you.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to do your research, Dive into those My Financial Programs articles, explore the programs in detail, and see which ones make the most sense.
They even have contact information
They do.
for the organizations you need to reach out to.
So don't let this information go to waste.
No, take action.
Explore your options and start planning your home improvement journey.
You've got this whole team of resources ready to support you
Exactly.
every step of the way.
Now, before we move on, I want to loop back to something we talked about earlier.
Okay.
The lifespan of roofs and windows here in Florida.
Right. How they don't last as long here.
Exactly. Because of all the sun, humidity, and storms.
Yeah, remember those asphalt shingles?
10 to 20 years
10 to 20 years here in Florida.
versus 20 to 30 in other parts of the country.
Big difference.
Big difference. And even those metal roofs
Uh-huh.
have their own issues here with corrosion and wind damage.
That's right.
And those shifting foundations.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget about those.
That can really mess with your window frames
Uh-huh.
and lead to some hefty repair bills.
They can.
All this to say, regular maintenance and planning ahead are key
So true.
to keeping your home in good shape and protecting your investment.
That's right. Don't wait till your roof is leaking or your windows are rattling
Exactly.
to start looking into these programs.
Start thinking now
Yeah, long term.
about your long-term home improvement goals.
Exactly.
Do your research.
Gather information.
Be prepared to act when the time is right.
It's like having a financial toolkit
It is.
ready to go.
When those inevitable repairs or upgrades become necessary. And trust me, a little planning now can save you a lot of stress and money in the future.
It really can.
Okay, let's take a moment to recap what we've covered so far about home improvement assistance here in Florida.
Okay.
We started by acknowledging the unique challenges that our climate poses
Right.
and how important these upgrades are for safety, energy efficiency, just having peace of mind during hurricane season.
Right.
Then we jumped into this amazing array of financial assistance programs.
It's a lot.
It is, from PACE to SHIP, My Safe Florida Home,
Right.
to WAP and LIHEAP, plus, don't forget,
And those,
those local city and county initiatives.
yeah, those are important.
So important. We talked about the pros and cons of each program,
Right.
and we stressed how important it is to do your research,
Uh-huh.
contact those organizations directly.
To see if you qualify.
Exactly. And of course, we couldn't leave out those valuable tax incentives.
Oh, no, those are huge.
That can make these upgrades even more affordable.
They can.
So we wrapped up by emphasizing the importance of proactive planning, regular maintenance, and thinking long-term when it comes to your home improvement goals.
That's right. Be prepared.
It's all about empowering yourself with knowledge,
Uh-huh.
exploring those resources, and being ready to take action.
You got this.
Because at the end of the day, this is your home,
Your sanctuary.
your investment.
It deserves the best care you can give it.
Exactly. Now, as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to leave you with a final thought.
Okay.
Think back to those local resources and utilities that we discussed.
Okay.
Beyond those rebates and incentives, how else could you connect with your community
Interesting question.
to support your home improvement goals?
Right.
Have you considered finding a local contractor
Oh, yeah, local contracts.
who specializes in energy-efficient upgrades?
Right.
Or maybe there's a community organization that offers workshops or guidance
Uh-huh.
on navigating these programs.
Yeah,
Remember, knowledge is power.
It is.
But community can be even more powerful.
it can.
So tap into those local networks, build those relationships, and watch your home improvement dreams take flight.
They could do it.
We'll be back in just a bit for the final part of our deep dive into Florida home improvement assistance.
Looking forward to it.
And we're back for our final thoughts on this deep dive into Florida home improvement assistance.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind of information.
It really has.
But hopefully it's been helpful.
Hopefully. You know, I thought I had a pretty good handle on these programs before we started,
Yeah.
but even I learned a few things along the way.
Always something new to discover, right?
Always. And those My Financial Programs articles, they were a lifesaver.
Oh, they're fantastic.
They really are.
Packed with details.
So much good information in there.
And those links to resources and contact info, so helpful.
So helpful. So if you haven't already, I highly recommend grabbing those articles and spending some time with them.
Yeah, make them your companions.
Yeah, your companions on this whole home improvement journey.
It's a journey, that's for sure.
It is. And remember, it's not just about finding the right program. It's about connecting with your community.
Absolutely. Talk to contractors, reach out to organizations.
Yeah, they can offer some really valuable insights.
And guidance.
And guidance. Think of it like building a team to support your home improvement goals.
I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
This is your home,
this is your home.
your sanctuary,
Terrific.
and it deserves the best care you can give it.
It really does. So what are you waiting for? Take that next step, explore those programs, embark on your home improvement journey with confidence.
You got this.
We're cheering you on every step of the way.
Every step.
Until next time, keep those home improvement dreams alive.
And keep diving deep.